Hey, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, do not forget to like, subscribe and share. So I'm going to solve leetcode problem 48 today. So which is rotate image in an array. So what is the rotate image? Let's discuss the problem statement. So they given an 2D matrix representing an image. They given like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is arranged in a 2D matrix. So you want to rotate the image by 90-degree clockwise. So what do you mean by clockwise? So you're going to rotate the array like this direction. If you rotate in this direction like clockwise, that is what you call clockwise. If you rotate image in this direction, so this is what you call anti-clockwise. So this is what we want to do, which is clockwise. So this is just know about this. If you get any problem like this, you can able to solve that also. So this is anti-clockwise. Okay, so I'm going to solve this using only the leetcode problem. So you want to rotate the image, which is 2D matrix. You want to rotate 90-degree. So this is funda what you want to understand. So two-dimensional, can I take like this? So this is x-axis, this is y-axis. If your array is given like this, so this is image. So you want to rotate in 90-degree means you want to rotate this image to come here. So the rotation will be like this: 30-degree, 60-degree, 90-degree. So I'm going to show you by using this simple example. So in this example, what you're going to do, you're going to rotate this array to the 90-degree. So this is 30-degree. So this is 45-degree, you can able to say like that. So this is something 60-degree. This is called 90-degree. You want to rotate the image to the 90-degree so that the image should look like this. So if you look at carefully, the output array is same. So you want to rotate the image to the 90-degree clockwise so that the output should look like this. So 7 is there, 4 is there, 1 also is there, so 8 also is there, and 5 also is there, 2 also is there, 9 also is there, 6 also is there, and 3 also is there. Yeah, you rotated this image to 90-degree clockwise so that the output should be looking like this. So this is clockwise rotation 90-degree. So same things goes here also. So if you rotate this 90-degree, like this is 30-degree, this is 45-degree, this is 60-degree, and then the 90-degree. So same thing, the output array looking same also: 15, 14, 12, 16, 13, 3, 6, 7, 2, 4, 8, 10. So 5, 11, 1, 9, 11, like that. So I am going to solve this problem using an in-place matrix rotation algorithm, which I am going to first transpose the 2D matrix, and then I am going to reverse that 2D matrix, which eventually I will get the answer. I will show you how to solve this problem. So I'm taking first example. Let's first solve this example 1, and then later I'm going to solve example 2. So if you carefully observe, the one first element of an 2D array is going to the last row, right? And also 2 is going here, and 3 is also went here. Like the row becomes last column. Okay. If you don't know about row and column, this is row and this is column. Okay. Just brief introduction. If you code it, if you try run only, you can able to understand this and all thing. Yeah. So 1 2 3 1 2 3. So if you observe carefully, the second row is also went to the last second column, which is 4, 5, 6. So at the last row, it goes to the first column, like this. So if you see the pattern, right? So first row, last column. Second row, again last second column. And the third row, which is first column. Like this, the arrays are placed. How do you going to do within an optimal approach? I will show you that. So before solving this problem, I am going to take their indexes like 0, 1, 2, and again 0, 1, 2. So the index is looking like this because this is a 2D array. So 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, and 2. So if you observe carefully, the 1 should be going to this index. So the current index is like 0, 0, right? 0, 0. So you want to put that element in a 0th index. So you should be putting at array 0, 2. So for second element, which is 0, 1th index, it is going to the indexes 1, 2. So 1, 2. It is going to the index 1, 2. So if you careful observe the last row, which is 3, which is in the 0, 2th index. So 0, 2 index, it should be put it in a indexes 2, 2. So if you going to solve this problem using this method, it would have taken big of n square time complexity, as well as the space complexity also end up taking big of n square. So I'm not going to solve this problem using this method, because if you solve this problem using this method, yeah, you will take up time complexity big of n square as well as the space complexity. So this is an brute force method. I will solve this problem using an optimal approach. I will show you how. I am going to solve this problem using an optimal approach, which I am going to first transpose the matrix, then I am going to reverse. First make the transpose of matrix, then reverse that. Then you're going to get the answer. What do you want? So, how are we going to transpose this initial matrix? So they given 1, 2, 3. Just make it. You just going to change the row to the column, okay, and column to the row. You're going to change. First, we will take row and change it as column, which 1 and 2 and 3. Then you're going to take the column and change it in a row, which is 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, and 7. Then you're going to take for next row, which is 4, 5, 6, and make it in a second column, okay, like 4, 5, and 6, and take this and make it like this, and make it like this, and take this and make it like this. 2, 5, 8. Here comes the 8. So just you are changing the row to the column and column to the row. So change this row to the column 7, 8, 9. Column will be 7, 8, 9. And if you complete it, so then you're going to reverse this. How do you going to reverse? Like you're going to put this column at the end, which is 1, 2, 3, and put this column, second column, to the last column, which is reverse 4, 5, 6. Then you're going to put this 7 last column to the first column. 7, 8, 9. So if you see carefully, this is the what the answer it's look like 7, 4, 1, 7, 4, 1, 8, 5, 2, 8, 5, 2, 9, 6, 3, 9, 6, 3. So this is how you're going to solve this problem. If you look, the first element is in the last row, which is here. Middle element is middle itself. So the last row element, it is in the first row element. So first I am going to explain the transpose, then I am going to explore the reverse. First let's how to transfer this initial array to this array. So if you carefully see the diagonal elements are not changed. So I would not focus on them. What should I want to change? I only focus on them. So the second is went here, right? So and 4 goes here. Just you want to swap this both. And again for this and this element at these places both are swapped. Just they want to swap. Okay, for this also you just want to swap. Okay, then you will get the transpose. So if you just write it what you want to swap with. So you want to swap with 2 with the 4, right? So I will write that. At which index I am going to write that. Then you are going to clarify how to solve that. So the 2 is in the 0 and 1 index, which is row at 0 and the column is 1. So we want to swap with that this element, right? Here 2 will come. So at that time what the indexes are changed to? So indexes are changed to row 1 and column 0. Yeah. Then I am going to observe for another element. So which is like this element is swapped to this element. I will write that one. Okay. Here is 0, 2. So it is goes to the this element which is 2, 0. Here it's 2 and the column is 0. Just write it. Okay. Then you're going to check for next element which is 6, which is in the first and second index. So which is in the first row, second column, and you want to swap with the this element which is 2, 1. Yeah, right. You want to swap this 1, 2 indexes to 2, 1. If you observe in this array pattern, let me take this row as I and let me take this column as j. So they just swapped 0, 1, they become 1, 0. Here also 0, 2, they become 2, 0, and 1, 2, they become 2, 1. Just in the place of I, they are taking just j. In the place of j, they are just taking I. Here also I and j. At the I position, I am taking j. At the j position, I am taking I. For this also, I becomes j and j becomes I. Just listen this pattern. In the loop, what I am writing code, just swap this element. Okay, this what I am writing now. Just they swap with this element. Only swap with this element. Okay. The loop should be like 0, 1, 2. It should start from like 0, 0 or 1, 1 or 2, 2. Like that. So the I will be initialized to 0 and j is also initialized to I. Why? Because the loop should be starting at 0, 0, 1, 1 and 2, 2. Then only you are going to just swap with this element so that you can able to get the proper answer. If you swap this also, the array will be changed and you will get the wrong answer. Just you swap this, okay, then you will get the transpose. If you swap again this, the array look like same as initial array, right? So that j is starting at the I loop and I is starting from the beginning. The transpose is done now. Let me solve reverse also. Okay. So if you check this first element where it goes to here, right? Just write that one. Okay. So array of 0 0, the row is 0 and the column is 0. It is going and or swapping with the 0 2, right? The 1 should be coming here and the 7 should be going here. So you can able to call swapping. Next, what are you going to do? Check for this element. For this element, at the 0 1, it would not change the state. It should be as it is, like in the middle. Okay, which is 0 and 1. Then you are going to check for the this element, which is 7. As I said, you just write it down what you have indexes, then you're going to analyze and put it the conditions. So here 0 2 becomes 0 0. Here 0 2 become 0 0. So same things goes on for this element also, this element also. Okay, let me analyze this one and you can able to code up and it will eventually changes the every rows. Okay, if you see a pattern in this what I have written, if you carefully observe, for this row the all element indexes are same, right? 0, which is 0. All indexes are 0. And for this also, if you see carefully, the indexes are same, right? 0. Whichever the indexes is there, that's the indexes you got. That's fine. Okay. For jth loop, for column, let me initialize a row to the I and the column to the j. So if you say the column which is 0 1 2, it is slightly increasing, like by one number, right? Just by one number it is increasing. If you see here, and let me take this row is 0 itself. For j it is decreasing, right, by 1. So how are you going to write this logic? Yeah, let me write this logic. So array of I, so as it is, it remains same. You're going to, for inner loop, it will iterate if you write from j 0 to n. So write it as it is. Okay. For swapping reverse condition, you want to write, okay. So for reverse condition, for this you want to change this, right? So I remains same. So as it is for swapping, the I whatever is there, the swapping element also become I itself. So don't worry about that. Just you want to focus on jth, which is decreasing. For decreasing, can I say n minus whatever the j minus 1? If you do this logic, you will eventually get decreased by 1. How I am going to show that one? See, the I is 0 and j is 0. Here I becomes 0. And what is the n? Length of the column? 1, 2, 3. 3 is there, right? Put it here. 3. What is the j? J is 0. Put it here. Minus 1. So you will 3 minus 1. It will become 2, right? Like 2. What we get? 0, 2, 0, 2. Yeah, for better clarity, I did erased. Let me write again. The logic is like I and j should be swapped with the array of, because I is like I itself, right? So I, you just want to change the j. Can I write n minus j minus 1? Yeah, I can. What I explained, let me take these examples also, like 0 1. At the 0 1 position, the 0, what is the n? 1 2 3. So 3. And what is the j? J is 1, right? 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 2. So 3 minus 2, it will become 1, right? So this is what you get. Like for 0 1, it becomes 0 1. You also take 0 2 also. See, for 0 2, 0 remains as it is. So 3 minus, what is the j? 2. So minus 1. So 3 minus 3, it becomes 0. What we get? Just write this simple logic, okay, in a reverse condition. You will eventually solve the reverse. Let me code this up in a leetcode so that you can able to get better. For example 2, give it a try. I given this problem. I'll put answer in a description so that you can able to get it. Just you want to rotate array in a 90-degree so that the element look like this. You will use a transpose. So and then you are going to reverse. Then eventually you will get the answer. So let's code this up in a leetcode. I am in the leetcode problem 48 rotate image. It is a medium level question. So you are given an n into n 2D matrix representing an image. Rotate the image by 90 degrees clockwise. You have to rotate the image in place, which means you have to modify the input 2D matrix directly. Do not allocate another 2D matrix and do the rotation. You want to put in place itself for the original array itself. You want to change and make it as rotation. So this is the example what I explained. Let's code this up. So I am going to take the length of the matrix. First I am going to take the length of the row. Let me tell you difference between the row length and the column length. So this is an row length, okay. It is a row length. And another what I'm taking, I'm initialized to m, which is column length. So just you want to put first index as 0 dot length, because if you put 0 here, just it will calculate the column length, which is come 1 2 3 like that. So this is an column length. Yeah, then I'm going to take a loop which eventually goes from I to n, from which is an row. This is used for row iteration, okay. Another inner loop is there, right? For inner loop it goes to the column iteration, which is j equals to I. As I said, for swapping you want to start with the whatever the I starts, okay. There you are going to start and end up with the column length. Up to that you are going to iterate and make j plus plus. Then you are going to swap using an temp variable, which is in the Java do not have a swap variable inbuilt, so you want to code it, okay. Matrix I comma j I am going to store in a temporary variable. Matrix I comma j, what I explained in a transpose, right? At that time what the I becomes j, right? Like that itself I am writing here. So first I becomes j, j becomes I, and eventually you want to make another number also swappable. So I am writing j I, At that index I'm going to store that temporary variable. So this code is for swapping. Okay, swapping, or it is transpose. Okay, transpose. So next I'm going to write the code for reverse. Now I am going to write the code for reverse, which is for loop from I0 to I to that row length, and I plus plus I'm going to do. For inner loop, which is column, j equals to same thing 0 as well, but here you just the j will go to the middle, right? Up to this we want to reverse, so that I am writing m divided by 2, then j plus plus. Then you are going to store it in a temporary variable, the original matrix number, which is I and j. So for matrix I and j, where should the I and j should be going? I did explain some logic, right? You're going to put that I remains as it is. For j, it is changing, right? You will take m minus j minus 1, which will give us the answer. So then at the place of matrix I and that particular number, like m minus j minus 1 index, I am going to store the temporary variable which I stored previously. So this is for transpose and this is for reverse. Let's run this and check whether it is working fine or not. Yeah, it's accepted, and let's sum it up. Yeah, if you understand this problem, do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.